She wasn't expecting anyone to be there. But as Victoria Blackwood reached her son Adrien's grave, her steps froze. A young woman stood there, black, wearing a diner uniform, clutching a boy no older than 4. Both of them crying. Not softly. Deeply. Victoria's voice cut through the silence. This is a private moment. You're in the wrong place. The woman didn't flinch. Her voice trembled, but there was quiet strength behind it. I didn't know anyone was coming today. Victoria's eyes locked onto the boy. The green. Those unmistakable green eyes. Her tone dropped. Who are you? And why are you crying at my son's grave? The woman looked up, face streaked with tears, but calm. Because Adrien was important to us. Tyler is his son. The name hit harder than the words. Victoria's grip loosened. The bouquet slipped from her fingers. Her breath caught. She wasn't looking at strangers anymore. She was looking at blood. She didn't sleep. Back at the estate, Victoria Blackwood turned obsession into strategy. The files came in fast: background checks, surveillance photos, investigator notes. She read every word with surgical focus. Tyler. Adrien's son. And somehow, she hadn't known. David stood beside her, voice low, careful. It's as if his biological mother never existed. Victoria didn't blink. Didn't breathe. Only her fingers moved, tapping the folder, knuckles pale. Schedule a meeting with this. Jasmine. Tomorrow at 2. Not a request. A command. This wasn't curiosity anymore. It was control. She came alone. Jasmine stood in Victoria's towering office, one suit, one stare, unshaken. Victoria didn't waste time. She slid a check across the desk. You can visit him on weekends, of course. Jasmine didn't move. Didn't blink. Are you trying to buy my son? Victoria's smile was practiced, cold. He's not your son. He's my grandson. Silence. Then Jasmine, voice firm. Tyler has called me mom for 3 years. That's family. She picked up the check and tore it straight down the middle. The halves fluttered to the floor. Victoria's mask cracked. Threats followed. Legal. Ruthless. Personal. Jasmine didn't flinch. There are things about me you haven't discovered yet. Then she turned, and walked out. Victoria stayed frozen behind her desk. This wasn't the way it was supposed to go. She wasn't rattled by a check. She didn't hesitate under pressure. Something's wrong. That woman came prepared. Who is she really? 3 days later, the call came in. Richard, her lead attorney for over 2 decades, sounded nothing like himself. No greetings. Just tension. They've already filed a preventive petition, socioeconomic discrimination. Victoria sat straighter. They? Who's representing her? A pause. Then. Morrison, Caldwell and Pierce. Her throat tightened. That firm didn't take small cases. They didn't lose. Why would they take her case? No answer. Just silence on the other end. The kind that shifts power, permanently. Across town, a different kind of meeting was already in motion. Jasmine stood surrounded, not by co-workers, but by allies. A law professor. An investigative journalist. A woman in her 50s with quiet command and sharp eyes, Aunt Helen. This wasn't luck. This was strategy. I've been preparing for this moment for 3 years, Jasmine said, steady. Amanda looked up from her notes, impressed. The evidence you've gathered is impressive. No one saw a waitress anymore. They saw a tactician. The phone rang. Jasmine answered, calm. Then tapped speaker. Victoria's voice exploded through the room. You did this? How dare you destroy my life? No hesitation. You're assuming money is the only kind of power. What if I told you there's something more powerful? Victoria's scoff was loud, forced. And what would that be? Jasmine didn't raise her voice. She didn't need to. The truth. Victoria thought she was reacting to a threat. But Jasmine had moved first. Every word. Every ally. Every silence. Calculated. This wasn't emotional. It was tactical. And she's nowhere near finished. Victoria made one last move. Her lawyer called with the offer, $500,000 and supervised visits. Jasmine didn't flinch. No pause. No second guess. Tyler is not for sale at any price, or on Monday, the press sees everything. Across the room, Amanda added without blinking. IRS. FBI. SEC. We have it all. Victoria wanted control. What she got was a deadline. The countdown had begun. Monday hit like a strike. Empire built on corruption. The headline led every outlet. Richard's voice on the line was stripped of formality. IRS warrants. FBI coming. Stock frozen. Victoria stared at the screen, documents, contracts, recordings. All of it. Leaked. She could barely speak when Jasmine answered her call. Every document I collected, all for this moment. And then, before she could respond, the door burst open. Victoria Blackwood was under arrest. The silence didn't last. Victoria demanded answers. Jasmine gave them, all of them. Tyler's mother was Jessica Blackwood. Your cousin's daughter. Victoria froze. No denial. Just dread. He spent the last months of his life investigating you. The words landed like cuts. They killed your own son, Victoria. Her voice cracked before the final blow. Tyler is the last legitimate Blackwood. Everything Victoria built, every lie, had erased her own family. Adrian hadn't been blind. He'd gathered evidence. Letters. Instructions. And he gave them to the one person he trusted. Jasmine didn't just fight back. She carried out Adrian's plan. But buried inside it all was something neither of them had uncovered yet. 2 years had passed. Victoria sat across from the one person who never broke. Jasmine. She didn't gloat. She brought news. Tyler asked if bad people can become good, she said quietly. He's learning the violin, just like his father. Then came the truth Victoria hadn't asked for, but needed to hear. The fortune you stole was returned. Tyler is now heir to the legitimate Blackwood estate. Victoria's voice was low. Hollow. And you? What did you get out of all this? Jasmine didn't blink. I got the chance to give Tyler what you never gave Adrian. Tyler's laughter echoed down the hallway. Mom, can I play the violin for you? Jasmine smiled, warmth behind every word. Of course, my love. She didn't need applause. Or revenge. She had something stronger. The best revenge isn't destroying your enemies, but building something so beautiful they regret not being a part of it. Tyler would grow up with truth. With pride. With his father's name restored. And none of it could be taken from him again. Then. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She answered. A voice she hadn't heard in years spoke through the static. You think it's over. But the Blackwoods have more secrets than graves. Jasmine didn't react. Just one sharp breath. Then I hope you brought a shovel. The story isn't over. The empire may have fallen, but something deeper still lies buried.